Hello everybody, how are you? This time we're going to read about a great woman, Clara Barton, battlefield nurse. But first I want to give you information about Falmouth, Virginia. The setting for this play is the town of Falmouth, located across the Rappahannock River from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Falmouth served as a command post for the Union Army during the Battle of Fredericksburg. There, the Union Army, led by Major General Ambrose E. Burnside, crossed the Rappahannock and charged head-on into the troops of Confederate General Robert E. Lee, many of whom had taken shelter behind a stone wall. The Union troops sustained one of their worst defeats of the war, with more than 12,000 soldiers killed or wounded. Burnside was heavily criticized after the battle and was later relieved of his command. The big question is, how can we change what's wrong? By informing what is wrong? By working for a change? By giving good example? It's not easy to change what is wrong or unfair. Those people who fought to end slavery, those who helped women get the right to vote, and those who protected children from harmful working conditions were considered troublemakers by many in their day. Yet their victories made the world a better place. Text analysis, history-related writings. History-related writings are fiction or non-fiction texts that focus on people or events from history. History-related writing can take different forms. For example, historical drama, a fictional form, is a play based on real events and people that take place in the past. A story is based on historical facts, but the writer made up most of the story. However, the dialogue and action are mostly created by the playwright. An example of a non-fiction form is the diary of a historical figure. A diary is a daily record of a writer's thoughts, experience, and feelings. Diary entries can shed light on what life was like at the time the writer lived. As you read Clara Barton, Battlefield Nurse, and the excerpt from The War Diary of Clara Barton, look for details that tell you about Clara and the time in which she lived. Reading strategy, compare and contrast. When you compare and contrast two works on the same topic, but one is fictional and the other is factual, you should examine the similarities in how each work portrays the characters, their actions, the setting, and the events. By noting contrast between the works, you can get a sense of how fiction writers blend factual details with imaginary ones to achieve a dramatic effect. As you read the historical drama about Clara Barton and the diary entry written by her, use a chart like the one shown to compare and contrast details. In the play, Clara Barton, a Civil War nurse, clashes with an army officer who thinks a war zone is no place for a woman. To save the wounded, Barton must overcome not only the dangers of battle, but discrimination. Following the play, an excerpt of Clara Barton's diary provides a close look at her real-life wartime experiences, showing how her quick action helped bring needed supplies and longing to wounded soldiers. Check vocabulary. So, are you ready to read? Homework. History-related writings worksheet. As you read, look for details that tell you about Clara and the time in which she lived. Compare and contrast worksheet. As you read the historical drama and the diary entry, use the chart to compare and contrast details. Poster. In addition to her accomplishments, Clara Barton was the first woman to hold a substantial clerkship in the government when she was the clerk with the U.S. Patent Office. Many other women through the years also accomplished female firsts. I am sending you a list of female firsts list for you to choose one. Research about her and what she did in history. Then summarize in 2 paragraphs what you learned and write it on a poster. Paste a picture of her and write as a title her name. Alright, Have fun!